Episode 254. It's the morning after the Moonfire Fair. Well, the morning after one of the nights of the Moonfire Fair. Feels like some huge party happened overnight and now everyone's gone home. The area has been vacated by most players, so it's just Komoy and a few other players around, and off to the side, a few familiar faces that I didn't recognize at first. What a coincidence that they're here. Let's go say hi. Komoy, by the way, sporting a new pair of shades. Dyed a metallic ruby red. Or rather, carmine red, one of the two. More expensive dyes for my glamour. It's them. They're kind of popular characters, so I think they show up in events pretty often, but I feel like it's a pretty big coincidence that they showed up here at all right after I had an episode featuring them. They'd still show up even if you didn't do the mission. They're the kinds of NPCs that just kind of show up whenever, just like, well, we can take a little tour, even though we did that in the last episode. Like this guy. This guy's from previous years of the Moonfire Fair, I think, and this guy too. Although they might be from Fishing Quest too, not exactly sure. These guys and other guys just show up whenever they want, whereas other NPCs show up if you got a certain distance into the main story. You would see a Manolane and Honoraw here if we got a bit further, well, significantly further in the story. Plus another character. Speaking from experience of my main character having looked around at all the NPCs. And up on stage there would actually be some dancing mini Vieira, so to speak, depending on where we were in the story. But here we get Chloe and Zoe and this one, who is I guess like a sister to Zoe or something, because she's part of the orphanage, I guess. Glad to see they're also taking a vacation. I guess the money the orphanage is making allows for this kind of thing. It's a good thing. I don't know if any of these guys are NPCs though, like recurring NPCs. And yeah, most people have gone home, save for one or two people still attempting the climb. I think that's all we get for where we are in the story. There should be some more characters, but I don't get to see them. Are these guys characters? They talk, but I'm not sure if they're actually known NPCs. They might have been from previous years. Anyway, vacation's over. Kind of. Komoy's gil coffers are running low. Literally. Because I spent so much money on laundering gil and this swimsuit, well, the dye for the swimsuit and all that. So now it's time for Komoy to get back to her real job. After one last slide. I found out, by the way, the same thing I opened the episode with. Well, I didn't find out, I remembered how to do it. The idle camera. No, I guess it's easier if I target myself like this, there. I could probably start a lot more episodes out using this thing. To get like a good camera angle or something. Normally I just hide the HUD and pick something with Komoy standing in the center. But there might be some more interesting camera angles here. We could even start the episodes without Komoy being the subject of the first frame or whatever. Or something. Just another option for me to start episodes with. And it only took me 254 episodes to figure out it was an option. Okay. I've known about idle cameraing ever since my main character before I even started recording stuff for Komoy. But I didn't even think to use it as a camera thing for starting episodes with until just now. Alright, back to work. I guess I also have this. I'm trying to use these parts of my hotbar more. Much quicker to teleport if you're using this feature, I think. Oh wait, we got return. Ah, just in time to get away from the fog. I'm glad I started the episode. where were we with the main story? I think getting back our friends still, right? That's kind of the main thing after we cleared up all of the issues here in Ishgard, I think. Just worrying about the scions that are still missing. And speaking of, yeah, let's just say Komoy was lounging on the Queen Philomene, that boat, when she realizes, hey, Philomene's the name of that woman she knows from the scions. And then she thinks, oh yeah, I have to find the rest of them. So here we are, back here. Both to find the scions and to get our money for our usual job. And there it is, we get 908 gil. It'll all add up. Oh wait, this mission. Maybe our vacation isn't over quite yet. Mistress Moriko, you're come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, sorry, we were too busy vacationing. We don't take work calls on vacation. Sir Aymeric de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Borel, cordially invites Mistress Moriko to dine with him at his estate. Alright, one more night of vacation. We had the fancy poolside, lounging and all of that. Now it's time for a fancy dinner at a hotel or something. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date. He did mention wanting to do this, I think, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure. Well, right. Up until we actually defeated Nidhogg, and now there's plenty of time for leisure. Him saying that made me feel bad for taking a vacation. But with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? Yeah, we're still on vacation. I should be glad to accept it. I would, but I haven't the foggiest what to wear. Any thoughts? To be honest, I'd rather not. Do we give Aymeric the cold shoulder? Is Komoy that cruel? I don't think she's that eager, though. Maybe just imply that she wants to go shopping for clothes. Give her some shopping money. You would ask me? Well, I'm sure that a personal friend of Sir Aymeric, or as a personal friend of Sir Aymeric, you are at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. At least, that is what Lord Amanelane has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for ladies. Ahem. When you are ready, pray report to the Astrologicum. A man of House Borel shall be waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way. Pray look for Sir Aymeric's man near the Astrologicum. He will escort you to the Borel Manor. An alpine coat, huh? Alpine coat? Oh right, that's right. We already have that. Didn't I temporarily make that one glamour? I guess we have to go back to it. Wait. Yeah, we should do that first. I wore that same alpine coat when we were waxing poetic and being nostalgic about the entire questline that we just did in Heavensward. That one side quest that gave us this emote. The Horsefont emote. Good questline. I should do it on my main character. I don't have that emote on my main character yet. Alright, so, temporary arrangements. Let's see. The alpine coat. At least the basic colors, I guess. I think we kept the gloves last time. And I think we just changed the boots to the black boots, right? The Ishgardian boots, which kind of go with this, I think. Where are they? Oh, those are pants. These ones. I think that's all we need. Kind of. Sort of. We don't exactly have pants here. But I mean, which pants would I wear? There's no Ishgardian pants that I have. It just gave us the coat for clearing the main story. That was our one glamour reward. If I wore this, how would it look? We're basically just wearing shorts. I guess it's better than nothing. Apply. Temporary arrangements. The gloves can stay. They look nice. And they show off our ring too. Oh, but put that away. There, we're ready for dinner. Yeah, I guess they gave you this alpine coat in preparation for this exact thing. Like I mentioned, Aymeric did plan for this dinner well in advance. I think in patch 3.2 or somewhere he mentioned it for the first time or so. Then in 3.3 they give you the coat, and now here in 3.4 you're using it. If you so choose, but I think most players that want to RP decide to go with the coat, right? Or at least something fancy. Greetings and well met, Mistress Moriko. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head steward of House Borel, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. Ahem. My lord will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a woman of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Right, we never take vacation. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I am sure. But for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. And we're doing just that. There, we actually look like we belong in the scene. Kind of. Are we on like some kind of booster seat or something? Or maybe a special chair? I usually expect a Lalafell to be a little bit lower compared to the edge of the table. In most seatings.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Yeah? Well, you should hear us play it. He did miss out on the whole band, the Risen Song players. I guess we can give him a private performance. That's not a double entendre. I'm just talking about blowing the horn. Again, not a double entendre.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
Oh, we don't drink? That's fine. I guess Komoy prefers grape juice. Actual grape juice, not a wine. You know, on account of all the time she's been poisoned, that makes sense. No taste for wine. Can't stop thinking about it, can she? Always gotta glance over her shoulder.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising the guys in Ishgard never really go that close to Dravania. Well, I guess that's where the enemy is, so maybe that's no surprise. Though perhaps a bit long for my liking. Why not join me on the next? It wasn't all sunshine and lemon cakes. I like that one.
Nor would I presume to imply otherwise. Neither I nor any man alive can truly understand what you have endured, and I cannot say with any confidence that I would have acquitted myself as well under the circumstances, much less grown stronger for it.
A very even response. Though to be honest, not the best one, because I vividly remember what happens when you say, why not join me on the next one? He beams like a giddy schoolchild. I'm kind of sad I didn't pick that option, but I guess this would have been the option Komoy would say.
By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect.
Yeah, that sounds right. Give us your support and we can say it's supporting everyone else. I mean, it's true, right? That's what the Scions exist for. They're like a non-profit that only helps other people and doesn't get much in return.
The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you. May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Well, I guess we already started on that with the whole Ishgardian restoration, but I guess that's not what he's talking about. That was just more work, right? What does the Warrior of Light do when all the fighting is done? Probably just finds another fight, right?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
What is it?
News from House Fulton.
Probably another fight.
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay.
What a surprise.
Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending marks a new beginning.
Who is that?
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn. As did she.
Let's not count Edmonte for tops. He finished his book. It's someone else now.
Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
This is kind of the cool thing that they do, moving forward. I mean, they already started it with Count Edmont, but different narrators for different parts of the story. None of this was in A Realm Reborn, but, well, in the A Realm Reborn main story, up until Heavensward. But now they kind of do it all the time with different characters, the ones that are kind of pivotal to the plot. Oh, we should change back. Are we right into the scene? We are. Well, it's fine. We just came from the dinner, so we didn't get time to change.
Yes.
Is that...
That's right. A second Alfie node.
Alize, Alphino's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
It's always poison. Komoy hates poison.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect.
In case you forgot who Alice is, she kind of disappeared from the A Realm Reborn story, and if you never did the Bahamut quests, you wouldn't have met with her again for a long, long time.
But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions.
I think I made this one of my thumbnails. It was like a good shot.
Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous.
So I think some of this dialogue is going to change because we did the Bahamut quests. Well, I know it's going to change, but I don't know how much.
For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled Chirurgeons.
Okay, so it is pronounced Chirurgeons. Or did I pronounce it Chirurgeons before? Whatever, it's Chirurgeons, I'll remember that.
Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Captain Whitecape. That's a good name for a doctor.
Alphino, is the Warrior of Light... is she with you? Don't go, there is something I must say. The Warriors of Darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the Primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Alright, looks like we got another fight after all. Time to get back into our fighting gear. This is sort of fighting gear. It's fighty enough. Though the fates afforded us the time to share our long-delayed drink, it would seem the rest of my wine cellar will have to wait. As I'm constantly reminded, there is no rest for the righteous. I guess we were actually drinking wine there. Why did we refuse that one bottle of wine in that one part? I guess it was just like, he was asking if we wanted more, and then we said no because our glass was already full. It felt like a moment where we were refusing to drink alcohol or something. There's actually moments like that far later in the game, even up until the most recent patch 7.3, where your character gets where you, the player, get to choose if your character would drink alcohol or not. I guess it's just one of those things that adds to the whole role-playing part of things, if you get to choose that or not. It's not really an important thing though, I guess. But it is fun. Is this? That doesn't seem to be anything related to the quest. However much we may change and grow apart, some bonds are unbreakable. Again, I have no idea how to do a Count Edmond de Fortom's voice. And she is not even commenting on Alice. Okay. Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his Chirurgeons. Chirurgeons? Chirurgeons. It's Chirurgeons. I said I'd remember. Did they not bring Justinian back from the very brink of death? I am uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we yet have the power to influence? Yeah, let's do it. We can have some heavenly eggnog, but we need to start getting our money back, right? Alright, we get some music. I'm not sure what ground it is, like which track. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, then they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Los Asnas, when they were confronting Ravana, gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this. The primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Komoy, will you accompany me to Zelfatol and help me stop the Exil's ritual? That's kind of our job 101. Killing Garuda, summons, all of them. Given that Ishgard shares a border with the XIV homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. They were singing a different tune whenever we were fighting Garuda before, I think. We have been willing to suffer the Beastmen's intrusions into Cortin lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphinaud. The mountains of Zelphatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Imric, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixali dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelphatol by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zelphatol. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmont. In the event Mistress Alice regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. I am a little bit fuzzy on how this quest goes, like 3.4 and 3.5. I have a vague idea, but this part is the part I'm most fuzzy on. I shall send word to the acting commander at Camp Dragonhead of your imminent arrival. Who knows, this may even spur me to nominate a permanent replacement. I have put off the task for far too long. And we can just teleport right there. Oh right, he said a permanent replacement. Because Horshafont isn't here anymore. It was his charge, and now, I guess no one's in charge right now. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Nadalan, and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixali warriors, I have been informed that House Fortomp's knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open. We need but walk through. That way. I was just trying to follow the dirt pass on the way there. It's this dirt pass. And yeah, there's Ixal over there, but I guess you're supposed to assume the way is kind of clear. Ignore that these guys are just kind of standing near these NPCs. They dispatch the Ixal right next to the gate, not the ones a little bit further away from it. Ah, here we go. We have everything in hand here, miss. No need to worry. And may I say, what an honor it is to work with you, miss. Beyond lies Ixali territory. We lower our guard at our peril. Beyond this gate lies the trail which will lead us into Zelphatol. According to my map, it looks to be a relatively straightforward route, albeit one through exceedingly dangerous territory. Mistress Moriko, Master Alphinaud. As you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something, and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Zelphatol and aid you as you see fit. The enemy will be thick on the ground. Upon arriving, let us advance with care as we search for the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, we should only have to contend with the Ixal, but if they are not, we may be forced to do battle with the warriors of darkness. And yeah, it's a dungeon, in case it wasn't obvious until now. And in case it also wasn't obvious, these are the guys that are going to be escorting us as the trusts, I guess. I won't lie to you, the trail will be hellish, but stick close and we'll see you safely through. And come, my friend, let us make for Zelphatol. Are they the same? No, they are. So yeah. It's mainly just these nameless NPCs. This one guy stands in for the tank, and these two can be the DPS if you're the tank. I guess if you're the healer, then Alphinaud must become... Because he's an academician, that's what it's called. He pulls double duty as a summoner and a scholar, or whatever, all under one class. So he'd be DPS if you were healing. But yeah, these guys, in case it wasn't obvious, they were never here in the original version. And even when I played on my main character, they weren't here, cause duty support didn't come until much later. The original version of this quest was of course just you going in with a bunch of real players. And I've gone over this song and dance before, but I'm only pointing it out just because I feel like they could have come up with better people than these House for Tom's Knights as the other NPCs to enter with you. If they had the option to, I think they would have liked to bring along Thancred as one of the trust NPCs or whatever. Duty support is the proper term. But he's preoccupied by the story, helping Alice with her wounds. And of course there are other Scions around, like they would have probably brought along Y'shtola, but she doesn't make an appearance in the cutscene, so it would be weird. So they're kind of forced to use the only available people on hand, the main one being Alphinaud, who didn't actually participate, obviously, in the dungeon back then because there was no duty support. But he's like part of the story, so he can do it now. What they did do to change the story a bit, I think they changed the way Count Edmont spoke as we were gearing up to come here. He said he would send these guys, right? But I think originally he only sent like one guy that would guard the gate or something, or didn't send anyone at all even. But now he's making good on a promise to, I guess, help us out when we're in a time of need. And in a way, even though these guys aren't real characters, they're just mainly nameless NPCs, it kind of feels nice that we're seeing some kind of presence from, I don't know, people that aren't the Scions helping us out. It kind of adds to the idea that we're not just the only ones doing work. We're just the people that are best at doing the work, and the other guys are helping out when they can. Which is right now. We're doing the dungeon now. Is this weather taken from the current Eorzean time? If so, it might not be the best lighting. Although if I had to guess, I think the weather here would always be pretty bad, right? It seems like this is intentional, this kind of whatever this weather would be called. And there's Alphinaud and his special little guy. I'm not sure if that's Obsidian Carbuncle or Moonstone Carbuncle or whatever, but I want it. They gotta give it to us at some point, right? The special colors of Carbuncle. It would be nice. I guess we can start slow. Do I have this yet? I don't. That one skill that lets me return to my ley lines. Alright, no more taking things slow. Oh, damn it. I just gave up on trying to get away from that. Oops. Tried to use my hotkey for... not hotkey, whatever it's called, this shortcut here, right trigger and left trigger, in order to teleport directly to this guy. Just gotta be quick on pressing down on the D-pad, like this. That's what I need to do. It's my get out of jail free card, this move. As long as I can actually target someone who's not in jail. And now let's try 2 guys at once. 2 mobs, wall to wall. I'm sure the House for Thompson Knight can handle it. Right? Maybe. He can handle it, right? I'm sure he can. He's a real tough guy. Only the best at House for Tomps. He'll be fine. Shit. Alphinode's really trying here. Okay, Alphinode's doing it. He can handle it. And I can make Alphinode's job easier if I don't get hit.
I have my pride.
That you do, Alphinode. And he should be proud. He kept the House for Tom's Knight alive, just barely. Almost on 1 HP even. That's how you want to do it. I knew he could handle it. Never doubted him for a second. Our first boss is Nuzal Weilong, I guess. Attacks from above, you say? Sure. We'll watch out. You get the first hit. I feel like he wasn't targeting me there. If everyone could just not be in the way. Oh yeah, and they added this, the cast bars, over the actual enemy's head, rather than putting it only in the top right or next to the boss's health bar. You can actually see it almost more diegetically in world, I guess. It helps when you're not targeting everyone. Okay, so that's what that does. I see, you're supposed to bump into this guy to knock him out of the sky, I guess. If I understood that right. Nope, already dead. Got it in 1 hit. Okay, yeah, he wasn't targeting me, or maybe he was. Point is, he doesn't just target only me. I don't think I ever really appreciated this architecture in this dungeon before. I never really committed Zelphatol the dungeon to memory. So this is what XIV homes, I guess, look like when they're not just the ones that we see out in the open world. Kind of much nicer looking, I think. Not much different looking, but nicer looking. Alright, don't mind me, I'm just grabbing these guys for you. And we should do battle over here. Oh wait, those are spikes. Are those actually a problem? They are. I guess we're not fighting over here then. Yeah, who wants to fight in the spike pit, right? That's not hitting everyone. It's only hitting one guy. What a waste. Oh dear. Well, I don't have interrupts. That's the DPS job. Or the tank. I mean, the DPS, the physical DPS, their job. I guess I got an elevator here? Or not. It almost looks like there's a platform here, but if I were Komoy, I would have just walked over this ledge thinking there was flat ground and fallen to my death, I guess. Can't see over short hills. That's a problem with being a Lalafell. And don't mind me. Nope, they got me. Okay. I was just waiting for my mana board to come back, I guess, but we don't need it. The tank's gonna get all the aggro in an instant, right? I'll survive. Bone key? Don't worry guys, I got it. Before we move on though, well I guess there's treasure. I do just want to get a look around, I guess. This does seem to be an elevator of some kind, or not. Just a weird landing. I saw this rope and thought it must go up and down, but it just has to be hanging from something, I guess. Very perilous, these accommodations, and not very well decorated inside. At least it's sheltered from the elements. Okay, here's the elevator. Guys? Okay, they don't have to get on it. What? Is it because I'm fat? Am I too heavy for you guys to ride with me? Oh, there they are. Next boss is... whom? Oh, look at these. Are these the minions that... or do these minions drop from this dungeon? I don't know. They might have been even from A Realm Reborn. Oh, we're not fighting a boss yet. I guess we haven't gone that far. Just no one point those in my direction. Don't fight in that. That's dangerous. I had this on the wrong chat. We might have missed some of their banter. But they're mainly just nameless NPCs, so not much banter. And now to Toli Chilok, I guess. That's a very big fan. Or... knife? Whatever that is. On low. Seems to be just a conal. I guess he might have an attack called On High. Yeah, there it is. Oh no. Okay, you have to do that. Well, I tried to use Surecast to avoid the knockback, which would have worked. It would have. I just didn't activate it fast enough. You know what? I didn't need to teleport using ethereal manipulation to the tank. I should have just used Forecast, or Surecast.
Away with you.
Well, now I don't have it anymore. Oh, now he's going faster. We should be fine right around here. My ley lines. Oh no, that thing. I didn't realize. Those were staying in the area. That's what that attack does. I fell for it. But I'm not dead, so it's fine. I wonder if they changed up this dungeon at all from the original version. I don't remember these mechanics, so... maybe. But it could just be that I don't remember them because I don't remember Zelphatol. Triple cast. Can't use it yet anyway. Worry about it later. I always forget. Should always eat a meal right before dungeon. Just for the XP. Seems like we can't actually go past here. No wall-to-wall stuff. Or wait. This way? No. That's a dead end. Dropped a fog collar? No, the Earthstone. Airstone goes in here, I guess. I don't remember this at all. Oh. How fun. I don't remember being this high up when I was doing this on my main character. I guess I wasn't looking around as much. But I guess we are pretty high up in the mountains. Abalatia is fine. Another wall, I guess. No, wait, there's more.
Away with you!
There it is. And I guess I can get that, just for the company seals. We... a little bit further, and then the boss. Wrong move. Guess we're focusing on this guy first. That's what everyone else is doing. Is that an Ixel? I don't remember their faces looking like that. Total or total? I even addled it, I think. Did my addle count? It was probably too late. Didn't snapshot. He's summoning Garuda in the middle of the boss fight? There she is. They're really after me. I am the Warrior of Light, though. I guess they know how to pick a target.
with you!
Another summoning. It's kind of cool that he's just doing it in the middle of battle. Cooler than just fighting Garuda herself. Oh, what? She got more? So do I. Oh, I'm out. I'm out of mana. I guess I don't have any more. I just ran out. I did remember that boss fight a little bit, just how Garuda wasn't the main thing, but she somehow made an appearance. I just forgot that she was actually summoned mid-boss fight. Cooler than I remember. Should I do this now? It'd be kind of weird to end an episode in the middle of a dungeon. Especially considering this music is playing and... I don't know. I could do it, if I really wanted to. It's fine. I'm kinda sad we didn't do this during the day though. I might have preferred fighting Garuda at daytime. Or fighting this boss at daytime.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The Knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the Primal without us!
You!
Them.
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
It never gets old. This old joke. They're twins, everyone.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
But who's this? There used to be 5 guys, now they got a 6. And why is he hiding his mysterious chin?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Well, he does kind of look like a protagonist, doesn't he? I mentioned this before.
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void.
Is this the first time they actually call it out? That the Void is one of the reflections? The 13th? I guess it is.
Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking.
It's a good question.
You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
And this guy?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
Yeah, tell him, Alfie Node. No friends. Alright, there we go. And now the episode can end. Took me 10 minutes longer than usual, I guess, but I guess I usually go over on time anyway. If I didn't spend so much time just kind of lounging around the ship at the beginning of the episode, spent so much time on the ship there, then maybe I would have finished the dungeon on time. But I guess I was just hesitant to let go of my vacation once and for all. But we're here now, back to our job. And even though we're back to our job, now would be a good time to take a break.